Hi, I'm JD Pardo. I play Easy Reyes on Mayans MC.
And I'm Clayton C.Cardenas. I play the big brother to the little brother right here, Angel Reyes.
That's right. All right, prospects. So we're nearing the end of our first season, and we just wanted to answer some of your questions, the fans. Let's get to it. You first?
You first.
All right, I'll first.
Oh my.
Okay, first question. If the two of you would form your own MC, what would be the name of your crew?
Oof. Los Loco Gatos.
The Magic Mics.
Wow. Every time we talk about stuff, it just involves you without having clothes.
Everybody's actually waiting for you to take.
I popped that top off last episode, guys. So stop asking. Stop asking. All right. I don't write it. I don't write this stuff.
You actually did really good.
I did.
Good turn. Yeah.
All right, thank you. That was quick. Is that how quick we're going?
Yeah, that's how quick.
Let's try to milk it a little bit.
Answer the question.
Okay. Who is your favorite character on the show other than your own? From half and side.
Half Dan side?
Regardless. Who is your favorite character on the show other than your own? Oh, I like this question.
My favorite character, I think, would be. Wow, that's a great question because they're all really good. If I had to choose, I think my favorite character would just be Coco. He's got a lot going on. He comes across at first he's a sniper, right? So he's got that military background. We still haven't even gotten into that backstory quite yet.
And his eyes.
And his eyes. He's got the crazy eyes. And
that's good. Let's see. I say, oh man, you're right. This is a tough one. I would have to say Lincoln Potter. You know, I just love these long rants that he goes on.
Yeah.
And he's just so in the moment and weird.
And I think it's
interesting.
And it's that playfulness that he brings.
Yeah, he brings such a light playfulness to such a serious thing that's happening.
Yeah, and it's really great to watch him work too, because I remember he was actually when we were doing the scene, and he had just come back from filming another project, so he really didn't have that much time to study and prepare for it. And I think that I know I would freak out about that, about just how am I going to handle it. Yeah, how am I going to handle all of it? But he came in, he was really calm. He knows his character very well, and he just has fun. So that's a good one.
What a pro.
That's a good one. My turn.
Your turn.
What's the best thing about filming Mayans MC?
Oh man, for me it's just being around the boys. I've never had so much fun on set. Just the laughter that we get to have, but also at the same time, we're around a group of individuals that understand when it's time to work. They understand the seriousness of the scene,
right.
I guess.
Yeah.
And they allow you to do your work. But at the same time, when it's time to have fun, we have fun, man.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun. I love I think the crew, the crew.
They're great.
I feel like, it's like we go through, we have our rituals, right? Like we work out at first and we get ready, and then when they call us to set, we have to go through the props and we get all propped up with everything. And as soon as they put on the props and they mic us up, just going around everybody, giving them a hug, thanking them for being there, and just setting the tone for having a great day. It's like we're going into battle, and it's like they're there to support us. So
and they're so excited.
Yeah,
they're just excited as the artist to work there, and everybody's just happy to be there. And that's just it's so comforting to work in a non-toxic environment.
Yeah.
Well, except for me. Right. Next question. Facebook junkies. Ryan Seck, you asked a very good question. What are you dressing for as Halloween?
I don't know. I really wanted to be like the Karate Kid, like Ralph Macchio, but have the walk down, because I heard that he has short, his Achilles tendons are really short, so that's why if you watch the movie, he's walking on the balls of his feet.
Wow. Where do you get this information?
Well, because I was freaked out. I thought it was a character choice. I was like, this dude's brilliant. He's
Yeah,
walking around like he's got this walk.
Whoa,
and
what a
he's
cool
so
walk.
brilliant. But then I found out that he's actually has shortened Achilles tendon, so he has to walk on the balls of the feet.
Poor Ralph.
So I think I'm gonna have
Do it, man.
I'm gonna have the
gi,
shirt,
the gi.
not the gi, like
You're not
him at school. You
You're
know,
not
dress
serious.
like I'm in school, and then have my iPod playing the song like "You're the best around."
I don't know if people are gonna know who you are. I don't know if people are gonna.
Yeah,
they're just gonna think
that's
you're
back
just
in the day,
shady
man.
walking around with a fucking iPod.
I know you should change. What about you? What are you gonna do?
I'm doing serious business. That's all.
Yeah, what do you?
I'm gonna be a mime.
You can't mime.
Yeah, bro, and you can't just be just some regular mime just walking down the street with gloves and the makeup. You have to put in your time. You got to put in mime time.
So you're doing research,
Bro. I put in mad mime time, like 20 or 30 minutes a day. I practice.
You mean like
I do
mime?
a good, yeah, bro. I do a good house. This is the mime stuck in the house. This is the mime stuck in the church. See, dude, I'm getting better by the second.
Yeah, just keep working on it.
Thank you.
That's
I was amazed to.
It's gonna be a mime. That's stupid. What was the first word that crossed your mind when you read your character?
Oh fuck yeah!
And that's at Kriska for life.
Kriska for life. That was a
Kriska
great
for life.
question.
What was the first word that crossed your mind when you read your character? The first word. Oh no, that's for you. Yeah,
I yelled out an expletive.
Yeah, that's 2 words.
Oh, well, the first half of the expletive.
Okay, mine. What was the first word? What was the first word? Like, okay, I was reading it, and I think it was like, I don't know if it was a word. It was like an action. Like I'm reading it, and I just put it down like,
Time to go.
you know what I mean?
I do.
Like it was that. What is that? What would that be? Word like. I just don't give me those crazy.
I don't know
words.
what to do.
It's like let's go. Let's get. Maybe that's like 2 words.
I already said that.
Let's go get it.
Let's go.
Let's go get
Let's
it.
go do this.
I'm ready to book that job.
Whew, that was a really exciting question.
All right.
Who asked that?
I did. At Kriska for
Kriska
life.
for life. Thank you, Kriska for life. Question number, whatever number we're on. What is your favorite attribute from your character? From Queen Yana. At Queen Yana.
What is your favorite
Attribute from your character. Oh.
I think what I love about Easy is that he listens, you know, and I think that I'm not sure if that was like maybe he always had that, and maybe going through prison and having to survive prison and knowing that you don't belong there, knowing that you're around a bunch of people that, you know, can take you out at any moment.
Yep.
It's like he just goes inside and he really takes it and he listens. So he doesn't, it's like he doesn't react first, you know, he sort of processes what's going on and then like finds a way to deal with it. And I just wish I did that more as a person.
Me too.
Because I
wish
probably
you did
wouldn't
that
get-
more.
Yeah, probably
you would
wouldn't get
listen
as much
better.
trouble.
Oh my god.
Okay,
All right, enough of you.
you?
I think my favorite attributes from my character would have to. Oh my god, there's so many, but 2. I love his sense of humor. Oh god, it's such a cool sense of humor. It reminds me a lot of Tig from SOA.
Okay.
Also, one thing I love about Angel is just his boyish charm. You know, he's just so lovable and adorable, and he leads with his heart. I think as opposed to Easy, you know, like you said, he's thinking very I hate saying this word, calculative.
Or calculated.
You're right, calculated. He's very calculated. Unlike Angel, you know, he reacts with his heart. You know, I don't, and sometimes that doesn't always lead him to the greatest end of the road, but you know, I think it's endearing. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, like he wears his emotions on his sleeve, right?
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
No.
Your turn, bud. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Which cast member is the one always clowning around on set?
Oh my god.
What are you looking at me for?
I think it's like, I don't know, man. You mess around a lot.
I kind of do. I try to keep it up, you know, like try to keep people on their toes, right? I don't want them to get too comfortable.
No, you don't.
With me.
No, you don't.
And you know, we gotta have fun.
You gotta have fun. You know, what else is always great is Rocco, man.
Rocco, that guy is a riot.
He is a riot, and if you ever get caught in one of those hugs,
Gilly,
luck.
the guy who plays Gilly. We call him Rocco. His name is Vincent. Vincent Vargas.
Vincent Vargas.
But he, you know, he's a military veteran. You know, he served this beautiful country. He's just a great guy. He wrestles a lot. He grew up wrestling.
He wrestles on set.
He's a big boy,
like,
so
he wrestles you on set.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've ran a few times.
I want to kind of fight him a little bit. I just want to see where I'm at. You know, just it's probably not the smartest choice I'd make,
no.
but just to kind of like
just to see where you're at in life.
Where I'm at, just
I think there's footage. I think there's some footage.
There's some footage.
There's
maybe
some footage
it'll come
of
out.
a little bit. Maybe it comes out. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
Great question.
Great question. Right. If you could take home any prop from the show, what would it be? From Lindsay K 77.
If I could take home any prop from the show, yeah.
You want me to say it?
I don't care.
Okay.
You're that excited.
The cut, man. The cut's the coolest thing in the world. When I put on the cut, I feel like I'm freaking Superman. You know what I mean? Like nothing can penetrate me.
Is that a prop or is that?
I don't know, but I just wanted to say that. So.
I think there's like an old-fashioned jukebox that we have in the clubhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Oh yeah, there's a couple things in the
Yeah,
clubhouse.
I would take that. I would take that.
Yeah, when you guys look at the clubhouse,
Oh, and the bike. I would take the bike.
Obviously, that's like an obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Good question.
The bike is let's see. Between you, Clayton, and JD, who would be Batman and who would be Robin?
I'm obviously Batman.
I would be Batman. We talked about this.
Logistically, look, I'm not going to fit in the little sidecar. No, that's not going to happen. He's a solid 6.
Yeah, but I'm a solid 6 feet. But we do this thing where we talk about how I would be Batman.
Do the Batman voice. Do the Batman voice.
I'm Batman. And he would be the villain, Big D, for Big Dummy.
They don't need to know this information. That's too much information.
Big D.
Okay.
You're taking over Gotham.
Is there a new question?
You're making everybody stupid.
There's another question. That should answer that. All right. What has been, from Michelle Lamont, don't get mad at me, Michelle, if I said that incorrectly. What has been your favorite episode of film so far? Ooh. You first, sir.
So far, okay, so that already eliminates a couple episodes which you have not seen.
You've not
and
seen.
I'm not allowed to say anything about that, so I will go backwards. Let me see. I think my favorite to film so far, probably selfishly for me, would be episode 6, and it was an opportunity where there was a lot of stunts involved as far as like the car chases, and when you're doing that, you have to you have the camera on the hood of the car, and you have a camera, so you have like a camera looking right here, covering up the windshield, and to get my reactions head on, and then you have another camera right here to get like the side view and catch a little bit of the land. And I had our stunt coordinator Eric Norris sitting in the seat with me. And oh, by the way, he's actually Chuck Norris's son, which is a whole different story.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I actually tried kicking him to see if it was real.
What
would happen? Because it's Chuck Norris's kid, man. That's the
It's
gene.
gonna happen, bro.
Anyway, so the cameras are like this, and it's completely blocking my view. So when they say action, I'm gunning for it, and we're coming to a pass where they want to see me fishtail a little bit in the dirt. And I realize as I'm about to do this, like I can't actually see this turn because the camera's blocking me. So I kind of had to use just everything around me to just really
gauge where
just gauge the situation where I'm at, and it was just like you just got to go for it, right? So I just slammed on the brakes, turned it, and just came out of it, and it felt great.
No, I remember you like peeled out, and I thought it was your stunty.
Yeah,
Well, that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, was very cool.
So,
Very impressive.
So that was exciting for me to be a part of. Because when am I going to really do that? On
In
the
real
street?
life.
You. What's your favorite?
Ah, man, I love when we were in, when we got to go film in Mexico City. So I feel like that was some five. It was a lot of five. That was so great. You know, it was so great just being there and, you know, being in the whole ambiance and being around the people.
The people, yeah.
And, you know, everybody was just so gracious. And it's just, you know, you get to see different colors you don't see over here. You get to smell different smells you don't smell over here. So that was a great moment for me. And I know a lot of the cast and we all got to bond a lot over there, you know, in our downtime over there. So that was so fun.
Yeah. Did you leave your pillow in the hotel? And they had to cross the border back for your pillow?
They didn't need to know that.
That was awesome. That was great.
You know, it's embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing. It's just like, dude, we all have those things. You had your pillow.
You asked me this.
I was going to bring my blankie, but I didn't do that.
Whatever.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about playing the parts you do at Pink Lady CT? What's the hardest thing about playing the parts?
I think just you know, these are, you know, this is an MC, man. These are big guys. So, like, just keeping up with the physicalness of it, you know, us not having to, but us, you know, taking the initiative to work out, you know, and stay looking the part, and also, you know, bringing emotional life. Like, that's taxing on the body, you know, emotionally, physically. So that's probably was for me the most challenging so far. For you.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the physicality is just a huge part of it, and
especially for you, man.
Yeah, I think no, it is tough. I mean, look, it's tough for all of us, and I think that, you know, the hard part about it, and which you're right, it's like no one's going to hold your hand and tell you to do it. You know, you got to do it. And
right.
So that's just really us wanting to make sure that we portray the characters in the right way, but honestly, the hardest part for me is probably not laughing or smiling, because.
Oh my God.
Because I just have a problem with that. You know, like I don't know. I smile a lot naturally, so I just feel like in some of those scenes, you know, we got to hold it in and so that's tough.
That is a challenge. I give you credit for that. Give you credit for that.
So
all right, I'm up next, guys. Let's not get too bored over here. Do you play pranks on each other on set all the time?
Did you ask that one already? No.
It's very similar.
Okay. Yeah, no, we do. Do we play pranks? You know, we don't play. I don't think we really play pranks on each other, but I mean, we definitely give it to each other a lot. You know, like I'm not gonna name names, but like when somebody had a couple of stitches from kicking over, like trying to kick some.
There were fake headstones out there. I was making sure which was which. I was making sure which was which.
And so we gave him a hard time about that, and.
You know what else? But I remember you. I recall you a lot telling me things that weren't true.
Like what?
Just like just shit all the time. Like you just say things, and I was just very gullible because I was like, oh yeah, if JD says it, like it's probably true. Just so many things, bro.
I want to know one. What's a good one?
I'll have to go back into the memory bank. It's a little shot.
Keep that there.
Right on.
It's a little shot.
All right, you're next.
I'm next. Oh yeah. I probably do say a lot of things. Like,
so many things.
Oh, like when you ask me who's so and so.
Yeah.
And I'll give him a different name, so he'll go over there. And it's not funny. Oh, okay. This is actually. I'm glad I picked this one up.
Right on.
You play Angel very well.
Thank you.
Do you think you're going to be attached to this character from now on?
Probably. You know, I don't know. You know. People aren't familiar with who I am, so I think that's going to be something as my career progresses that I will be attached to it. And you know what? And I like it. I love it. I love playing Angel. You know, so much of myself is in Angel, and I learn a lot about myself playing Angel, and you know, I learn a lot about other people, and just to see life through a different lens is very interesting for me.
I want to take this question a little further.
Oh God.
Do you feel like when you're walking into like grocery stores or on the street, and, you feel like you're Angel, and like somebody says something to you, and you're like, what's your response to that? Like, do you have to check yourself a little bit? Like,
sometimes,
say,
you know
man,
what?
I'm not in an
No, it's really weird. I don't know. I think I've told you about like.
You told me.
I told you a couple things.
I just want to know how's that working out for you?
It's a lot better since we're not, since I'm separated from the character and we're not filming anymore. It's a lot easier to know who myself is and know who Angel is. But there is times where you get, especially as an actor, and these characters are written so well, and you fall in love with them. You can't help but fall in love with them. And sometimes you do take the work home with you. I remember, for instance, like there was a scene that we had already shot, and the outcome had already been played out. But in my mind, for some weird reason, after we had wrapped it on the ride home, I felt like I could still change the situation. We'd already filmed it. Yeah. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, well, maybe if I did this, it would have went like, it was weird. Yeah. So I think, as time goes on, I've had to learn to separate myself.
Yeah.
What about for you?
It definitely plays like tricks on your mind, and that's just, I think, the more you do it, the more you learn how to find your way out of it. Like for me, it's always, I'm a terrible liar in person, right? Like I'm just horrible at it. So in order to really portray a character, I have to believe a part of it in myself, right? So it's a bit, people want to say it's the method and there's like this, negative attachment to it, but it's just how I work. And so I have to dive in deep with that and live it. And what I've learned though is that with that same process of getting into it, I have to have a process of getting out of it, so that when I'm driving home from work, I'm not trying to kick in some dude's car door because he hasn't moved over or something. So it's interesting.
Right on.
That's why actors are crazy.
That's why they're crazy. All right, next question. How much training and how long did it take you to be ready for the parts you play? For you, wow.
Yeah, my training was, there was a lot of research that I had to do as far as the psychological element to Easy, right? Like I really felt like his time in prison really shaped him, right? Like that's the meat of it for me. That was the core. This is what was being presented in the present with Easy, was this sort of animal that he became, and with that obviously comes the physicality to it. So we actually, it took me from audition to our pilot. It was like 10 months, and Kurt, and he really wanted me to put on weight for this role. I think usually, at that time I was probably walking around about like 157, 155, and
little dude.
and I tossed on about 30 pounds in 10 months. So for me, there was a lot of, if you work out, if you're lifting, right, it's knowing how much calories your body burns and doubling that up, right? So for me, I had to toss in 7,000 calories, and I would still do it on set. I would do it on the day because I will burn it like that. So I would eat and then have my protein shakes, and that's it. That's my life, It's my job.
Kudos to you, man. I remember the first time around, the physicalness from you wasn't really there.
Yeah.
And then I remember when you came back the second time.
Yeah.
I remember there was.
I was about to eat
no,
you, bro.
I remember.
I was
no,
so.
I
remember. I'm like hungry. I want to eat everything. I'm
there
like,
was
bro,
a
I'll
moment.
eat you, homie.
There was a moment with our co-star Richard Cabral, the guy who plays Coco, and me and Coco were just sitting over by our trailers, smoking a cigarette, and JD had come walk by, and JD.
I think I just looked at you guys.
He just looked at us and Richard was like, "Who the F is this guy?" Meaning like Richard saw a totally different human being in JD this time around, and like JD walked the part, he talked the part, and he was the part. So kudos to you, man. That was awesome. For me, I didn't do any training, so
this beauty is natural.
That was just natural.
This beauty is just all natural.
I just walked in and started acting. So.
It's your turn.
My turn.
Oh no, my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
They're doing this thing.
If Angel and Easy were characters on a sitcom instead of a drama, what would the name of that sitcom be? From Krista Gill.
Krista Gill. Damn. My manager said a cool name. I forgot it though.
Your manager said Dos Locos.
Oh, Dos Locos. That's a good one. You know what I liked Heart. Me, obviously. And Heart. Me. And Mind. No, Heart versus Mind. Be a good name. Heart versus Mind is a sitcom. It's like two dudes, you know, in a studio apartment.
Oh my God!
You know?
Just stop! You gotta
In a
stop.
bunk bed, and like we live life, and like you do all the thinking, and I do all the hearting. Come up with something better.
Thank you, Chris Gill. Thank you very much. All right, go on.
But they did this thing. What is that?
I think we got one more question.
Right
One more
on.
question.
One more question.
This is gonna be the winner.
If you had to get a tattoo from the show, what would it be and why? Let me answer this. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I already have a lot of tattoos, but I get tattoos put on. And like in the beginning when Kurt was telling us, yeah, you know, pick some tattoos. So I was just going crazy. I was like, I want here. But what I didn't realize is like the time that is spent in the makeup trailer, putting them on and taking them off. Oh my God. Sometimes I just want to go home.
Yeah.
After a long, it's 4 a.m. I just want to go home, man.
Yeah.
And then
I wanted to get a sleeve. I wanted a sleeve for a very long time, actually, since I've been 17.
Don't
I've been
do
trying
it.
to get a sleeve.
Don't do it.
And I still might, but every time like I come up with a design and I know what I want to do, I think about that time and how much earlier I'm gonna have to show up at the makeup trailer.
It's crazy.
Because if my call time's 5, I'm already there at 4 a.m. to lift. So that means I'm gonna have to get there earlier to lift so that they can cover up the tattoos. Because it has to, they just can't show our personal tattoos like that.
Right on. Good questions, guys.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your questions.
Your questions.
As you know, we've said this before, but we the cast are here for you, the fans. This is all about just continuing to entertain the Sons of Anarchy fans and create new fans with the Mayans MC. We hope you're loving the show. We have a few more episodes left. They're going to be hot, so please stay tuned. And thanks. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Thank you.